Hi there guys, this is going to be a little hard to film in the first part because we have a lot of reflective surfaces, but as most of you will know, especially those that follow my real online presence, I am very heavily into street lighting and lighting in general. Now we have this little fellow here right in the middle of the screen here. Now it is just simply a 50 watt, if I can open the canopy here, because these do get a little bit tight to try and open, and this is a Sylvania Suburban 50 watt mercury vapor. Very common back street light in Australia at the moment. If I turn it over, before I turn it over, I'll empty some of the crap that's in the lamp chamber, but I will put the lens back on and then turn it over. So I'm going to show you something that's a little that these have in common with their larger cousin. Their larger cousin is the Urban sitting here. Now this is slated as the Mark III Urban Legend 25 watt. Now Sylvania never made an LED Urban quite like these. Quite like the ones I've made up. Now I'll move this out of the way. And again, most that know my online presence would know me for my LED streetlight modifications. Now the Mark III Urban is actually tested to run very cool at 25 watts. The V2222 that I have here has a couple of issues. None of its issues are to do with the fact that it's got LED panels in it. Its issues are in its casing. It has some rather heavy corrosion. But this particular video has absolutely nothing to do with streetlights at all. So I don't need to worry about that. Even though that 2222 is going to be the brightest and most effective of its type. Now, you all know I love my LEDs, right? So, a couple of LED lamps. Now, alright, get my fucking lens cover out the fucking way, and pardon the French people, but I need to give this bench a little extra light, so I've got to run these LEDs in overdrive a little bit. So there we go. Now this lamp here, a 6 watt 12 volt LED lamp, and unfortunately I haven't bloody organised a power supply for it, but I have been running this in my caravan for some time, and unfortunately I bumped against it, and guess what happened? The glass came off it. I won't say that the bloody circuit board popped out, because I did that a little bit later on. Now, I'm not going to try and get that bloody power supply out of there at the moment, because it is really quite a pain in the ass. And BigClive.com has already done a video on these particular types of lamps, but the one that he did a video on was wired up the same way that this is, right? They're 3 volt filaments. Now, the one thing that got me about this was I left it in the socket because, well, most of you, again, on my online presence would know that I live in a caravan. And this is actually one of my lights one of my bulbs that I use very regularly. And one thing that I noticed with it is when it was operating, because it was heat staked in, I've broken the heat stakes to have a look at the power supply myself. It was heat staked in, and one thing that I noticed with it was sitting like this in its lamp holder, when it's sitting like that, was a very dark spot underneath this side of the lamp while it was sitting like that. It's a dark spot that I'd never seen before. Now, here's the thing. This is the, you can hear there, it's a glass envelope over the lamp. Now, would you believe that glass envelope over that lamp is part of its optical assembly? Because with the glass envelope over the lamp, it doesn't have the dark spot underneath it. Now, we'll put that lamp aside and we'll have a look at this little fella. It is a 2 watt, 12 volt LED filament lamp. Now, I know straight away that I could take this thing down to 6 volts. Put 350 milliamps through it, and yes, I have the same cheapy Chinese snips that Big Clive uses. However, if you look at the end of these, if I can try and zoom in on this. Try that way. Yeah, I've treated these pretty badly. You can see, hang on, try and get this camera to work properly. You can see by that I've treated these snips pretty badly. Now, I use them for just about everything. Scrap metal, electronics, all sorts. But I do have a set that I've kept aside for electronics alone, where I don't use them for cutting bloody copper coils out of motors and things like that. But this particular one gave me this particular lamp gave me a reason to do what I'm about to do to it. You've noticed I've already taken the pin out of the bottom of it. I'm going to cut the crap out of that. On camera, I'm going to do the entire opening of this lamp on camera, regardless of how long it takes me. Even if I've got to grab something and bloody get this insulator out. I'm going to get this insulator out somehow. It's either that or I'm going to bust the snips. Yeah, so I do use these snips for just about fucking everything. And I have already broken a couple of pairs. I'm going to break more. They're that cheap, I don't even worry about it. But if I break a pair, I'll just order a bloody couple of pairs more. Alright. There's the insulator broken out. Right. Now, this lamp is, I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but just using my fingernail against it, you can hear that that's glass, right? I'm going to peel this because I've been curious about one thing. The one thing I wasn't curious of was its power supply, because I could already tell straight away from the heat the lamp was producing that power supply is exactly what you see there. A resistor of absolutely fuck all resistance, because all I can see is black and gold. All I can see for the value of the resistor on here. I don't have my meter. Hang on. I don't have my multimeter right with me at the moment. But I can see brown, black, black, gold, black. In fact, if everybody will bear with me for a couple of seconds, I'll go and get my QM1566 clamp meter and see what resistance we can get on that. It's going to be fucking low. The QM1566. Yes, I know I'm standing over a whole bunch of shit when I go looking for something in this caravan, because I really need a clean up. Now, yeah, might help if I actually put the thing back on its original scale, which was ohm scale. And yeah, considering it's staying at approximately 0.5 ohms, let's see what this reads. Because I'll be surprised if it's over 10 ohms. Right. Try and get that to hold. We'll get that underneath the resistor like so. See if we get any. What do we get? I actually expected around 10 ohms. Right? A 1, a 0, and a multiplier of 0. So brown, black, black, gold, and then black. And there you go. 10 ohms in series with two 3 volt 1 watt filaments. I suppose that might explain why I've been having a really big bugger of a time trying to find 12 volt 1 watt filament lamps, lamp filaments. Probably because they're all bloody 3 volt. And that might give me some ideas then about converting some T15 lamps. Might be something somewhat akin to T15 or T19, something close to that. And yes, you can hear that I'm removing a lamp from the light. I'm looking at LED filamenting a high pressure sodium lamp somewhat like this. it doesn't need to be a nice little Sylvania twin arc like this one, but while I'm doing things with funny little street lights like this and doing a video about lighting, well, I'm going to add to this. It's not only going to be about LED lighting. Now, I've just made this choice right on the cusp of the moment, right? I've decided that it's time to bring in a lantern that is nearly 40 years old. The Sylvania B3000 Mark 1, and I've got to zoom out a bit here, is we've got to see this thing in its entirety. And there we go. Now, just to be a really, really good bloke to all my lighting lover friends and followers on YouTube, we can watch this one fire up. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn out the main lights and then just simply start him up. Unfortunately, if you hear a loud fan sound in the background, that's my inverter on my solar system running. It's unfortunately rather noisy. Now, my camera's shutter speed is going to hate this in a minute. Let's see how far back we can get. This is normal point. This is a Sylvania B3000 Mark 1. (150-watt high pressure sodium). And I just realised something. I'm actually missing a clip off this one. However, I do have spare clips for it and clip retainers, because they happen to run the same bowl clips as the Sylvania Roadster and any other B3000 in its range. You know, the Mark II and the Mark III. Well, I've got another Sylvania B series lantern right on this table. But it's not a Mark II or Mark III B3000. In fact, it's a B229. It's a bigger lantern in itself. But here we go. The Mark I B3000 is up to temperature. And it's very, very hard to hear the ballast at the moment, but I can hear it myself. I'm not sure if it's coming through on camera. Let me just say, this channel has some rather interesting lighting videos coming. There you go, guys. That will be all for now. Catch you next